live. Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh my gosh, feels really good actually to be back. I know it's been a while. Hey, it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna continue working on the little sushi plate, which I'm really excited to do. It will be just a fun chill stream today, working with some fun colors. So yeah. My plans for today is to continue working on the first layer of the sushi rolls. So these ones here are pink, and it looks like these ones are different kinds of orange. More like a red. Well, one's more like a yellow orange, one's more like a red orange. So, yeah, continue working on the little rolls. Going pretty good, Isaac. Going pretty good. Isaac, how are you doing? Ooh. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like super fun to go to a farm and like get fresh milk and make a fresh milkshake. How, Isaac, how was the fresh milkshake? Oh, hello. Hi, Win. How you doing? Doing good. Yeah, it's good to be back. Very good to be back. Yeah. So I don't know how like my paint looks on the palette. Okay, it looks like some of it is still like workable. So these two here are pink. We're gonna start with those. This one, I'll show you my palette that I'm gonna mix. Put that aside. Give you this. So this is my normal pink. Oh, and it's Nacho. Hi, Nacho. Good to see ya. How you doing? Ooh, that that sounds nice, Isaac. That's good to hear that the milkshake was really good. Just dog sitting, Nacho. How are the doggos today for you? The dogs are really, really cute too. I hope they're being good. They look like they were being good earlier. Like having a private army of dogs. All right, so for this pink, as you can see, it's a little too much of like a fuchsia, which the sushi rolls are not this color of pink, so there's gonna be a little bit added of orange to it, and I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. I'm actually surprised how good some of these paints still are for being such a while since I haven't touched paint since I've been on a live stream. I've actually been working crazy on tails when I am picking up an art project. So I was like, I don't know what to expect when I get back to painting. And this is, this is okay. This might actually be okay. I'm wondering if it's a little too orange, but I also don't want it to be too pink. Steal a little bit more pink from here. This might be just too dried up. There we go. There we go. Ooh, good question, Isaac. What's my favorite donut? I really like when it's the vanilla cake, but with a chocolate frosting on top. It's my favorite. Aw. Nacho, I didn't see your last message, but the fact that the dogs follow you everywhere is really cute. They're a little pack. They gotta see what's going on. They want to be a part of everything. That's really, really cute. All right, so I got my like pinky salmon color, and then I also have to do even a lighter pink. Which I think I have to get more white. Hey, it's Evilee! Hi, Evilee. How you doing? Aww. Aww. That means so much. Well, I'm glad you're here. And yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't here for the last week, but I'm happy to be back. So, aw, that means a lot. Ooh. So Isaac, you just like all the donuts? I don't blame you. It's hard to say if there's a donut out there that's not good. All donuts are pretty good. Well, it depends on who makes them. I will say that. There's some places that make donuts way better than other places. Yeah, so now I'm just mixing this up. Almost done. And putting this aside. I got my canvas. Let's see, how can I place it so everyone can see it really good? Aw. Aw. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Evoli. I'm just, staying positive. Some days are harder than others. Some moments are harder than others. But other than that, at least in my creative space, doing pretty good. Sometimes I just try to stay focused on like just more, okay, what can I create? What can I do today? Is this in a good position? Yeah, there we go. We could drop it like that. Perfect. Okay. So yes, I'm starting with my light pink, kind of orangey pink color. And it's almost like a salmon, but I feel like a salmon is even more. This, maybe you could call this coral. Like this is a good coral pink. And I'm going to go around all the lights. Wait. I started painting the wrong sushi roll. This one is pink, but it's a lighter pink. Oh well, we'll move on. the coral I just mixed is actually for the sushi roll, not this. Oh my gosh. Like, as if it matters. Like, I could switch it up, but later on, if I forget, I'm gonna be very, very confused. Derpy, derp, derp, derp. Can't believe I did that. Well, actually, I can. Because I switch things around all the time. There we go. Yeah, I'm like painting these shapes and I'm like, something's weird. Something feels so off. Why does this feel wrong? Why are the shapes not lining up? Because you're painting the wrong roll. Aw, thank you, Evo Lee, for all the cute animals and hearts. So, what you thinking? Oh, I got you. About what you thinking? Oh, welcome back, Win. What am I thinking art-wise? Um, hmm. I feel like I think I missed a message in Discord that you're relating to. Evoli, am I right? Because it sounds like you're. Did I miss a message on Discord? Something about voice channels? Um, I'm guessing I missed something. If I missed a message, I will look at it and I will figure out. You know what? Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what's going on? We can figure this out. Either if you want to talk about it now or I think your question, Evo Lee, I think might have missed a message and I'm so sorry about that. Here, let me see if I can answer it right now. Normally I don't like looking at Discord when I'm painting, but let's see. Since you're all here, I'll just answer it. No. Is it in general? I'm gonna guess. Oh, I see. So to add a voice channel when we're working on stuff, while we're doing our art. Okay, I actually love that idea. Yes, and I am so sorry, Evily. I did not see your message. Life has just been so crazy busy, which I know all of you understand, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you. Um, but yeah, no, actually, I love that idea. Yes, let's definitely add in a voice channel where we can hang out if we're like working on something. You know what? We could even call it like the fairies workshop or something like that. And anyone who's working on something just wants to hang out, you can join that voice channel. If you want to turn on your camera to show what you're working on, you can. If you don't want to have any cameras at all, you don't have to. But yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, call it like evilly. Yeah, that is true. We have like a gaming channel, which I think would be fun one day to play some games, like invite a group of people and that kind of stuff. I know nothing's happened yet, but that was the purpose of that one. But to have, yeah, why don't we have a art related channel? Now I'm like thinking, I'm like, wait a second, we should have had this before. Thank you for that idea. I I'm actually really excited. I like this a lot. Yeah, in the Name It Fairies Workshop. Why not? If everyone likes that idea, what do you all think? Fairies Workshop? I think that would be really fun. Yeah, because I kind of like, had a little mini dream of having a fun place for other artists to connect. And I know there's other, but you know, yep, that's true. That is true. There is always a gaming channel and always workshop, a general. But yeah, no, I really, really like the idea of having an art voice channel. Evo Lee, you are not annoying. You are not annoying at all. I actually really like this idea a lot. So, no need to apologize. You're good. I just apologize that I didn't see your question sooner, your message. Sometimes I will admit, and people who know me like personally will even say that sometimes I'll get overwhelmed with my phone and I'll just stick it in the other room. And then I'll have someone who's trying to call me or text me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see your message at all because I just put my phone away. That is common. That's why sometimes it takes me a little bit to respond. I'm trying to get better at that though. I'm trying to get better at, responding. Yeah, exactly. We're fun. We're a fun server. Like not strict or scary at all. Like I just wanted to be chill, and I'm so chill on the rules and that kind of stuff. Like I know there are some really strict servers out there of what you can and can't say, or even in the channels, someone will mistake the general for like they'll post art in the general chat, and then they're like, no, you're supposed to put the art in the art chat. It's like I'm so chill like that. I'm so relaxed. If you post something somewhere then in a different channel, I'm like, it's okay. So chill. So no need to stress. I have other things I'd rather worry about. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And that's cool that other I didn't know that either, but I mean um I didn't know that other art servers have art voice channels, but at the same time, I'm not part of, shockingly enough, as me as being an artist, I'm part of a couple of art channels. Um but I'm not really part of that many. And also too, sometimes I just simply won't pay attention if people are having casual conversations or that kind of thing. I'll just, because I'm working on my art. I'll more pay attention to like important announcements. So, but yeah. Yay, Lynn! Thank you for creating that. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, I'm excited. I am super excited. Yeah, and it's open for anyone to use anytime someone wants to just sit in there and feels like hanging out with people to create. I say like definitely use the space. Absolutely. You don't even have to ask me permission or even when. Just go in there and have fun. Aw, thank you. Okay, sorry. I'm like been talking and like it's been taking me way longer than it normally would take to do this sushi roll. I got hypnotized by the blending. Hold on, and there's messages. Okay, all's good. All right, now on to the next sushi roll. It is a bit So it's almost the same color, but a bit lighter. So I'm gonna take this light pink here, and I added more white to it. And now I'm going to do the light parts of this. And let's see. No, actually it was good where it was before. And I can actually rest my hand here because it's dry. The benefits of waiting a little bit after waiting in between times of drying with oil paints. Didn't intentionally wait this long to get back to work on it, but oh well. Oh, and thank you for posting the Discord, Ka. Thank you. No worries, no worries. There's fuzzies on my painting. Yeah, I've been working with tails. I've been making. Oh, yeah, okay, I don't mean to be distracting. All of a sudden get distracted. But look at how fluffy this tail is. I know! So I still have to add in a little carabiner so it can hook onto your belt or your belt loop, but then it's completely bendable. It moves. Yeah, they move. It is. They're so fluffy. It's like an animal. And they're really, really soft. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love this one too. So foxtails are usually really popular. Any tails that match my natural like tone ears are really popular, so I made some smaller tails. And again, they also bend. Um, winter foxtails are really popular, so I made a really big winter foxtail. And again, it bends. So they can slightly wag. There's floaties everywhere. This was a terrible idea. Now it's getting my paint, but oh well. I'll deal with it. Did you make a clip from earlier? Oh no, was it this time? Or was it me hugging my tails? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You'll have to show me. Maybe you already showed me the clip when, but I think I saw it. Aw, thank you, Win. Yeah, I really like the tails too. I like how they're turning out. I think people will like them for my next show. I hope people like them for my next show. They should. Ah, I see. You sent me the clip link. Thank you so much. I'll look at that after my stream. Oh no, what? Now you got me thinking, what did I do? What? What did I do? Yeah, because that's the thing about me. I don't even know that I'm doing something funny until like later. Like I'm just acting like me. All right, and now for the shadows of this roll, the darker parts, I'm actually using the light from this one. I love in this piece how the rolls look like little roses. think it's so pretty. There we go. Yeah, and the first layer is always the simplest because it's like you're just laying down color, blocking down color. It always gets more complex when I start adding in the details and stuff. But that's when it'll be more fun. It'll start looking more and more like sushi. I want to make sure the edges stay all smooth. And one of the highlights kind of disappeared a little bit, so we're going to have to re-add that in there. There we go. Aw, thank you, Nacho. Thank you. Yeah, I think the tails are really cute too. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm really excited to have them done and to, have them available, ready for sale. Because it's been something that people have been asking for actually a while, ever since I started the ears, people have been asking, but the more and more I do ears, the more people ask, well, what about tails to match the ears? So I will say they are a process. They are more like they're more challenging than I thought they would be. But once I figured out how to make them, basically, I could figure out how to make them like an assembly line. So it's almost that just first initial figuring out how to make them that was the most challenging part. But now that I know, I kind of have like this formula to follow, basically. It's still a process though. It's still a lot of sewing. Um, Still many hours in just each tail. But it's been fun. There's something very, very satisfying when it's like completed and they're fluffy and huggable. Yeah, and I want to make even more cosplay related things too in the future. Like people have been asking for horns. So once it gets cooler, I'll do some more foam smithing, work on that. Um, but yeah, so we'll see where it goes. because I think it's fun actually. Like, I don't know, that's why I like mixed media. I like working with different materials. I think it's fun and it keeps things interesting, keeps things challenging, but like challenging in a fun way. All right, and then coming back to the painting, you can see that I am taking some of the dark pink and I am going around in like the darker corners, edges of the roll, but not many because I don't want it to look exactly like this one. So not too much, just kind of little like touch here, touch there. Just some places. Especially to like tell the difference of different roles and where like different values of where the roll is and how it folds. But yeah. I just realized my microphone is not in the normal place that it normally is. So if you couldn't hear me as well, I'm so sorry. I normally set things up. Again, it's been a minute since I've streamed. So I was like, I thought everything was right. And all of a sudden, like, usually my microphone's in the way of my paint palette. Where'd it go? Aw, thank you. Thank you, Win. Ah, okay. So I was a little quiet. I apologize. All right, so for the next rolls, this one is like salmon, so it's very orange, pink with a little bit of pink. So let's work on this roll next. I think I have all the colors. Put that aside. And I am going to mix it right here. I know it looks like orange is still there, but it's all dried up now. I cleaned the palette, or got it as clean as it could be. So I'm gonna get some white, some orange, a little bit of yellow, and I'm gonna steal some of this pink here that I already mixed from the other previous roll. And that one, it's like a rose shape, but it's of salmon, and you know how salmon has like those white stripes in it? I'm going to worry about those white stripes later. I'm just going to lay down the first layer of this like orangey color. No, you didn't even notice. Oh, oops. That's okay. Okay, well, makes me feel better that you didn't even notice that I was ever so slightly quieter. That makes me feel a little bit better. Awesome. Thank you, Win. Thank you for setting that up. Yay. That is awesome. I'm super, super excited for this new voice channel. All right, there we are. Yes, nacho sushi. How does it feel to have one of your pictures actually brought to life now as a painting? You did win? Okay, win. What do you think of K-pop Demon Hunters? What's your opinion? I know, right? It's so good. It's such a good movie. Even amongst all my projects right now, do you know how hard it is to not stop everything and just make a Zoe cosplay? It's been so hard. I want to make a Zoe cosplay so bad. It's like my new favorite thing. And I told myself, I'm like, you have so many projects, you don't need to make fan art right now. And then at first, I'm like, I don't know what I would do for fan art. You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it because if I start thinking, it's gonna start getting ideas and gonna start wanting to work on stuff. And then my fellow artists who I follow on the socials, now I've been a little off on the socials, but I have been taking a peek here or there, and I've been seeing some things that either my friends or mutuals have been making, and I'm like, I feel so inspired now. Now I want to do my own. Now I want to create my own fan art too. Now I'm getting ideas. I know. I know, right? That I can't get over the expressions. You can tell they had so much fun animating it. It's so good. And it's funny because even though, like, the style, especially in the expressions, are super cartoony, it doesn't feel cheesy. Like, it doesn't feel like it's, I don't know, I guess it's because it's like, it's smartly done. Like, there's a purpose to everything. Yes, and I want to cosplay Zoe so bad. And I have other friends who are doing other like cosplays from there, and I'm like, I want to join the crew. I want to join the group. Ah. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I have other things that are at the top of my list, but it's tempting. Yes. Yes, and I'm so excited. Nacho wants to do mystery, but also Bobby, and I'm so excited. Yes, Nacho. Yes. Do it. There we go. Okay, so almost done here. Some of my highlights kind of got a little lost, so I'm gonna fix that. I will say it actually feels really good to get back into painting. I've been just so focused on personal things, and when I am creative, I've been focused on just the tails and getting fur all over my room. But It feels good to get back to painting. I didn't realize actually how much I missed it. I know so many people are like, just focus on one art medium, like, and I'm like, no, I love so many different forms of art. I love so many different types of mediums. Like, I'm like, there's so many different materials to work with and possibilities you could create. And I love also mixing my medias, like things I learned from one, mixing into another. I love that. And I don't want to stop. Just want to continue. Ooh, that's exciting, Win. Yeah, keep working on Miku. I want to see how that turns out. Yeah, and you know, art is my life. You know, this is what I do, so I have to give it attention. All right, now for this one's gonna be a little more yellow orange. So I'm gonna take the colors I mixed for the salmon here and I'm going to add a bit more yellow. I'll show you how I do that in my palette. So take some white and some yellow. And I'm actually going to take the orange right from here that I mixed before. I'm going to take some orange from here too. And that'll be my medium. And then I'm going to make the dark by adding some of the burnt sienna that I still have over here, which actually I'm surprised is still good, but that's awesome. Not complaining about that at all. I was like, ooh, I don't know if that burnt sienna is still going to be good. It's still good. So yay! This is also why I like oil paints so much, is because your paints stay good for so long. They stay good for a long time. Alright, and then I have my darks, and then I'm going to use my light as that light right there. Or actually the light's a little more yellow, so I will have to make it. I was like, oh, I could just use that. And like, wait, looking back at my reference picture, no, I will not. So, how would I just make it right here? There we go. This light yellow. Sweet. There we go, and then that'll be my light. I know it looks weird on the palette, but trust me, I'll make it work once it's on the canvas. So putting this aside, back my canvas. I'm gonna turn it around. Ooh, okay. When did you post the art progress in the Discord or just on social media? Doesn't matter where. I'll just take a look at it after the stream. I definitely want to take a peek of what progress that you've done. I want to see. I like seeing other artists' progress, like your whole art process and everything. I think it's fun. I think it's really cool. It's cool because everyone's so different. Okay. The Discord art channel. I'll have to take a look at that one for sure. Sorry that again. I missed it. Alright, and then this is my dark part of the roll. And I don't want it to get too dark. Yeah. No worries. And that's okay to share uncompleted work. Like, it's cool to see the process of like how it grows and what it turns into. It's cool. Kind of like what I do here. The only thing I'm really worried about this painting is the shredded radish in the middle and how exactly I'm going to paint that. We'll see, because I don't want it to be like I see myself with all those details and doing every little shadow, every little stroke, and I want to not do that. I want to like make it where it's more suggestive of shapes, not very super literal and detailed, because I really want these sushis to like shine. But I know myself. I can get caught up in detail. And I can get caught up in the little things. I'm like, wait, that's too much detail. That's too much time and attention to one little thing. So, we'll see where it takes me. We will see. Also, I don't want it to be boring for the stream either. If I'm just painting with grays, basically, it's just basically like a gray and white. So, very pretty, but I don't want it to be, you know, boring. I want it to be interesting. Yeah. And just keep working on your drawing, Win. Keep working at it. You know, art takes time. It takes a lot of time. Look at that. And I'm looking back at my other monitor here just to see what it looks like from afar. And I say it's looking how I want it to. Yeah, looking from afar is not is good for proportion, but not only that, it's a good check on value. Because sometimes if your values aren't contrasty enough, it can look okay like up close, but when you look back at it, you're like, oh, that looks like all just one color. So another pro tip. Proportion is important, just as important as having contrast and value. So now the next step is I gotta mix the colors for the sushi rolls and the radish in here. Still have quite a bit of time. Probably I'll get done with all of the first layer today, which would be pretty awesome. And I just noticed something. I want to paint the center of that. So that would be awesome to get the whole first layer done. And then next stream, I could work on more of the table and the plate. That'd be really fun too. There we go. My cat looks like a loaf of bread. Is your cat like cat loafing? Like the bread loafing? It's so cute. So cute when cats do that when they're like sitting and they have like their feet tucked under. I like it when cats do that. Alright, so for the radish and the rice part of the rolls, I'm gonna grab some white and a little bit of black. Does Clove make herself into a loaf? Yes, of course she makes herself into a loaf. She does. But her loaf is funny. She'll tuck in her back feet, but you remember the painting that I did of Clove where her little feetsies are like this? This is like her little cat loaf, and then she'll sit like this, and it's so cute. Okay. There's a fuzzy that's rolling around my room right here. I'm holding in my hand. I keep thinking it's a bug out of the corner of my eye. Like, is there a bug crawling on the floor? Freaks me out. And since with gray, I do like to add in a little bit of color. And it looks like with this, it might be like a little bit red, orange, brown. Just a tiny bit. It looks like yellow. So that's what I'll mix in with my gray. Obviously, I don't want it to be a yellow gray because we want it pretty white gray. But always with my grays, I tend to really like to add a bit of color to it. I think it helps bring in value. And it keeps things just looking more natural. That gray might be, actually, I think it's okay-ish. I'm still going to add in a little bit more white to that gray. Don't want to make it too dark, but that might be a good, like, what's it considered like an extreme dark in this case. Yes, Win, you're right. Clove does the business meeting loaf. All right, and then this is my light gray, and I am going to mix a bit of just pure white. So basically all I do is I just grab the white from right from where I placed it on the palette, and I mix a little bit of turpentine in there. And then that's it. All right, I'm putting this aside and this here. I have never been, no, I have never been to Thailand, Isaac. Have you? All right. Oh, okay. Fun. Well, I hope, Isaac, they have a fun vacation. That sounds like a fun time. All right, and now I'm going to take my medium gray and I'm going to do some highlights in here. Actually, now that I'm looking at what I'm doing and what's going on in the painting, I think I'm going to also bring in the white, the pure white, and paint that in first. And like I said, I want to see if I can try to challenge myself and get it to be a little bit more loose and a little more loose with this. I don't know if I'm using exactly the right brush to be a little more loose with. I think I'm using too precise of a brush. Let's see if I have something that might work better. Let's see. Out of all my brushes that I have, this one's too big. Maybe this one might be good. I'm gonna try that one. It's slightly bigger, but similar shape to what I had before. And I'm gonna turn around my napkin because this napkin's a little dirty. A little too dirty. And when I'm dealing with such light colors, if I go to clean my brush, it could easily transfer over the paint colors. Then suddenly I'll have like streaks of pink in with the radish, which I don't really want. I don't want that. Don't need that. So there we go. So there we are. And, you know, just kind of like mixing the light gray with the darker gray. Going back in with the white. Ooh. Well, Isaac, maybe you should ask your brother and maybe see if you could go with him next time. Yeah, it's definitely a completely different culture for sure. It'd be a whole new experience, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely warm and tropical. So there's like little teeny like gray spots with the dark gray where there's like little touches of shadow. And then I'll go in with my lighter gray. And I have to keep in mind while I'm doing this, where's my light coming from? And where is it nice and bright? Where is there shadows being casted? Because I don't want it to be flat anywhere. I want the food to look like it's like glistening. That's what I learned. That's what makes like especially in anime food, that's what it makes it look so good. Is that it always looks like it's glistening. Ooh. That sounds like fun, Isaac. That's well, I hope you have a good and safe trip. That sounds like fun. Here we are. I think this brush is actually working a lot better. Really getting that, I think it's, yeah, it's creating the shapes that I want to. Sometimes, just having a different brush makes all the difference. So if you're ever painting something and you're like, something just feels wrong or something's not comfortable, change your brush. It might help. You might notice, oh, what was frustrating you was not the painting itself, but the brush just wasn't the right one. Oh my gosh. Win, don't even tempt me. Ah, I would love that. Like have the Huntress girls like all around the food, like that scene when they're snacking. Hmm. Especially if I did like a perspective of from the table and there they are like surrounding it, eating all the snacks. Oh my gosh. Giving me ideas. I have so many ideas now. That would be like a fun one too. See, I know it's such a good like K-pop Demon Hunters is such a good movie that it's so inspiring. Like I was super inspired even by like the colors, like the way they use colors to tell a story is so pretty. I have a lot of respect for that in creative animated films, like, or even just films in general when they use color to, like, they use that as a storytelling element. It's so cool. Is there? Oh, what's the theory? When I didn't even know that. I thought they were just hungry. No, Isaac, I didn't know that. But I'm not surprised because I know in that like that there's all kinds of different vending machines in Japan rather than just ones with food. That they have a whole variety. So, no, I didn't know that, but I'm also not surprised and it sounds cool. Hey, maybe Isaac. That's a good possibility. Maybe it'll be on your list of things to do when you go there for vacation. I think that'd be cool. And I saw when you posted a message, but 1 second, I'm like, all of a sudden, I got into a really hyper focused mood where I am like, wait, I see something and I have to complete this sequence. So I'm not ignoring you, Win. I see it. But I gotta complete this first. And I know that the radish looks like pretty dark and dull right now. That was kind of my plan. And then in the second layer, I'm gonna lighten them up by a lot. So they're not gonna look all dull and rotten looking. I just really wanted to get my darks in first. You know, normally you start off light and then go dark, but with this one, I'm thinking about reversing it because I really want to get those shadows set in place because there's so many light colors. So I have plans. Also, too, with the graphite pencil, it's hard to be super light anyway and then go dark. So it'll be easier just to lighten things up later. All right, Win, what did you post? I didn't know about that theory. It's okay, and it's okay when that you misspelled things. I could see what you were talking about. Yeah. That's what I assumed too, you know? Like it takes a lot of energy to not only perform, but like they're fighting demons at the same time, so I could see them being hungry. And they gotta quickly eat before they go in onto stage. It also makes for a funny scene too. It makes it kind of gives almost like a good entry scene of the characters and their personalities and all that. Also too, I like how almost everyone who's seen that movie, it first started off with that picture of Rumi eating the giant sushi roll, and with like no context, just finding that image, and then everyone's like, what is this from? I must see it. Exactly, yep. Exactly, Nacho. I almost wonder what the creators thought of when that image went viral. Like, was that planned or was that unplanned? Like, where did they design something they're like, oh, we know this is gonna go viral, or were they just having fun creating and working with the different expressions, and then it was unexpected for it to go viral the way it did? Like, of course, whenever you're a creator, you want your creation to be successful. That's the whole point, right? But I almost wonder if it's like, wait a second, how'd this go viral? I mean, that's usually how it happens. Like, I swear, anytime. Normally, when things go viral, it's unexpected. I know, Dragon Prince is so good. There, and it's crazy. I wish that like show was way more popular because there's so many meme worthy moments. It's so memey. I know, I saw that win that we're getting in Act 3. I know. I can't believe it. I thought Dragon Prince ended. I genuinely thought that was like that was it. They're ending the show on to other things. But no, we're getting an Act 3, which I'm just like, what? What? I'm not complaining. I'm super excited, but I'm surprised. I'm actually really happy to get an Act 3. Especially I feel like the show is finally catching on. Like people are finally watching it. Yeah, I still have to catch up on Dragon Prince. I've been so bad. I don't know, lately I've been any shows I watch, it's like either comfort shows or shows like I can just listen to while I work. Um but I need to give some time to Dragon Prince cuz I still need to catch up. Hmm. I didn't know that season 7 when it opened it didn't do very well. Well, hopefully this Act 3 makes like a comeback. Oh, really? Huh. Which character? And which voice actor? Alright, so these shredded radishes are actually going pretty smooth. Oh, I did not know that. I did not. That's kind of cool though. Gosh. At one time, Nyx was on my cos plans. I still kind of want to cosplay her. I think she'd be really cool. The only thing that concerns me with her, and I think why I never probably will cosplay her, is, or why I haven't, is because of where her wings are placed. Like, her wings aren't placed on her shoulders, they're placed on her lower back. And so I am concerned about weight on my lower back. And even if the wings are super light, it's still weight. So, um, that's how I've always, because I remember like looking at her design when they first introduced her, and I was like, damn, I want to cosplay her. She looks super cool. And I like her attitude and everything. And kind of like this like bounty hunter. And I was like, but why'd they have to put the wings on the lower back? Why couldn't they be on her shoulders? Make it so much easier. No. Cry. Oh well. And I know there's ways to make super light wings, but still, I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm seeing where these where the radishes are going, and I'm actually getting excited. Before I know, I was saying earlier, like, oh, I'm nervous. I don't know how this is gonna end up. And I know it looks super dark now, and it looks kind of not very appetizing, but I swear I see where it's going, and it's gonna turn out good. So it's just like trust the process. Trust the process. This is gonna be good. Check. Okay, we're still doing good on time. I don't know if I'll have time to get to the rolls like the rice part of the rolls like I wanted to. I was really hoping to get all the first layer done today, but let's just see. Yeah, I really wanted to, but you know what? Let's see. That's true, Win. That is true. Yeah, and I should be good to go for Friday's stream. Same time, or same time as my normal time. Why I pushed off my stream by like 20 minutes today was because I kind of slept in on accident. Oops. And I didn't want to, I really just did not feel like rushing. So I'm like, if I let everyone know it's 20-ish minutes late, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Um, I was just super, super tired. So just working. Yeah, and it's another busy day too. So I kind of needed to sleep in a little bit because there's a lot going on today. I feel like I say that a lot, that there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. Aw, thank you, Win, for understanding. Really appreciate that. Thank you. You know what this looks like? Some weird kind of noodles. They look like really weird gray noodles. Remember when I was drawing this, I debated taking the radishes out completely, but then I thought about it more and I'm like, no, I kind of like this presentation. I think it's super pretty, and also, you know what, it'll give me a challenge. Do something different. I think in the end it'll turn out really good. Like gummy sushi. Yeah, I could see that. I think those, like, when they make those gummies and they make them look like other foods, it's kind of funny. But they always taste like normal gummies. Like, could you imagine fish flavored gummies? It sounds cursed. Maybe that's why they just make normal flavored gummies, but just make them into different shapes. Gummy lobsters? Okay, I have not seen that at Trader Joe's yet. That's so funny. I've seen Trader Joe's, they had like the gummy, they have like those jelly squares that are really good. I don't know what else. They always have interesting and fun things, and I like it. It's always seasonal. It's always a lot of fun. Well, I'm doing pretty good on time, so I could try to get at least a couple of the rice part of the rolls done. At least a couple I could try to get done. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to maybe keep an eye out and see next time I go shopping um, with the family if we find gummy lobsters. And I didn't even see this before, but it looks like this like shrimp is kind of sitting on top of like something. and it's yellow, like a really light yellow, so I'm gonna mix that really quick just with my brush because I only need a little amount. Looks like some kind of like crab or something like that. I'm actually surprised I didn't notice that before. I must have noticed it, I just don't remember because I did draw it and I didn't paint on it. So, guess I did notice, I just don't remember. And like maybe a little bit more yellow to add some more color in there. I'll add in the textures later for the second layer. And you know what? I'm gonna add in some orange for shadow. Try to really blend that. I don't want it to look like too like different. I want it to be blended. Oh, really? They have others rather than just lobsters? Ooh. But I'm guessing that all the gummies are gonna be like same flavor, kinda, just different shapes. All right, now for the rolls. I'm going to start with my shadow. And I do see a bit of seaweed, but I'm gonna come in later at another time with the seaweed, especially when I'm doing like all the individual grains of rice. Then that's when I will come in with the seaweed. So right now they kind of just look like kind of flat discs. But that's okay because I'm just laying down color. One big thing is I don't want to lose my shape at all. I don't want to lose sight of what is plate and what is sushi roll. Okay. Oh, I see, Win, that you posted a picture. Yes, I'll look at that after the stream for sure. I want to see. It sounds adorable. There we go, and just blending that shadow a little bit. I kind of started losing the shape of this one just a tad. It's hard because it's also like in perspective, right? It's like a top-down view, and I don't want to lose that either. I don't know, it feels really good to paint. I might continue painting later today, actually. Maybe a little bit. Because it actually just feels really good. My plans was to work on cosplay things rather than my other plans I have today, but like just personal project wise. But I might. There we go. Well, I feel like if I start another roll, I'm just gonna go over, and I only have 5 minutes left. So I feel like I'll just go over. Well, you know what? I'm on a roll though. I'll do this one because there isn't that much. I'm like, oh, I'll stop the stream, but I'm like, I'm in a groove. I'll just do one more. One more. I can do one more in that 5 minutes. I can do this one. And we'll finish off strong. Still got quite a bit done today, so I'm super excited. You know, almost got all of first layer done. So I would say it's a good day. Oh, you're good, Win. No need to apologize. You are good. I'll look at it after the stream, and if I don't, I'll look at it after I have lunch. So don't worry. Anyway, I wanna see what you sent me. So you're all good. I know, right? What is sushi roll and what is plate? I know it's a little hard to see, but I still like I have the reference picture in front of me and I have a plan in mind. So not to worry, I haven't lost what is what yet. And even if I do, I'll figure it out. I've done that to paintings where I was like, what was I doing here? And some time go in between. I totally forget my game plan. Like, I know I had ideas, but what were my ideas? Now I'm gonna add some highlights with the white. You're good, Win. All right. Is it even more clips? Even more. What did I do? I'm just painting. What did I do? I didn't even think I was that funny this stream. Oh my gosh. And you know in the rule, if I think it's post worthy, I'm gonna post it. All right, there we go. Well, I will call it there for today. Oh, one of the clips is an old one? Okay. Still, the same rule applies. If I think it's funny enough, it will get posted. There we go. Ah! Yay! Well, there we go. The sushi roll's almost done with the first layer in this painting. I think it looks really bright and colorful. Oh my gosh, wait until I get in the greens, because some of them have like the green scallions on top. And also you'll see a little bit of the green seaweed pop out underneath too. So it'll be cool. Oh, I got you. I'm gonna have to look at those clips now. All right, well, thank you everyone for joining today's stream. It was really good to be back. I hope that you're enjoying watching the progress of this one. I'm enjoying working on it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna look. I'll have to take a look when. Well, thank you for everyone for joining. I will hopefully be back as of the plan is right now. I'll be back on Friday. And I'll either work on this painting or I have like, you know, that neon girl that I was working on before. I might work on her. Probably Sushi because I'm like really enjoying the process of this one. But we'll see. I'll leave it as a surprise. Aww. Aww. Yay. That makes me happy. You and the doggos. Well, Nacho, pet the doggos for me. They're all super, they all seem like really sweet dogs. Nah. Well, thank you everyone. And I will see you all later this week. Same time. As for now, bye.